So the difference between a loser and a winner in life, or a champion and somebody that settles, we all have these negative thoughts and feelings, but winners don't allow them to manifest externally. They won't let it happen, okay? We're not impervious to negative thoughts. Nobody is. We're not impervious to doubts or fears. Nobody is. But the difference between someone who really wins in life and someone who gets their ass kicked is the winner doesn't let those thoughts manifest into their actions, into the words that they actually speak out loud. They don't let it manifest into their reality. Welcome back to another episode of the Unstoppable Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Crane. We're here in beautiful Santa Barbara, California at the Unstoppable HQ. I got my boys here. We're taking over the world. And look, I'm not going to take over the world by myself. I tell you guys this all the time. I need unstoppable warriors by my side. I need you to step up in your life, level up, and fight this battle with us by our side. So the first way we're going to do that is you're going to subscribe to my channel, share this message with somebody that needs to hear it. I need you guys fighting for our team, man. There's something so incredible that happens when you start to get like-minded people together. You literally become unstoppable, right? By yourself, you're going to have doubts, you're going to have fears, you're going to talk yourself out of shit. When someone's waiting for you at the gym, you're probably not going to miss. When you have 3, 4, 5 guys showing up each and every day, then you really feel like you can conquer and take over the world. And that's what we're doing here. We're starting small and building big. That's something I always tell myself. Start small, build big. Start small, build big. What does that mean? It means you can't fucking grow and evolve and get to where you want to go in life if you can't master the first level. So many people are trying to jump to level 4, 5, 6, 10. Master level 1, then move on to level 2, then level 3. That's the only way it's going to work. You can't skip steps. So if you're at home and you're watching this and you're drinking still, you're eating whatever food you want, you're overweight, you're not happy with how you look and feel, your relationships aren't doing well, you're not going to the gym, you're not doing all these basic things, that's where you start. That's where you start. And for those of you listening, there's probably 1, 2, 3 things that stand out right now that I'm talking, that you need to fix or change in your life. It might be your relationship with your wife. It might be your money. It might be your social circle. Whatever it is, I want you to go and attack that right now and shoot me a message on Instagram, Sean_Crane_official, and let me know what you're doing in your life to improve. Okay, I want to hear from you guys. But look, today I got a message that's a little different. Normally I jump on here and I spit motivation. And guess what I'm doing? I'm talking to my fucking self, you guys, okay? Every time I get on this mic or on my phone or anytime you see me on a stage or whatever I'm doing, I'm always talking to myself. I am my number one coach in life. I have to keep myself constantly focused on what's important and where I'm going, and I have to keep myself fired up. Because the moment your frequency drops and you're not fired up, then you become average, you settle, you start having doubts, you start having fears, and you're not going to be who you want to be in life. So I'm always motivating myself by the way I talk to you guys. I'm always saying things to you that I'm thinking about in my own head. And they're way more savage in my own head, right? When I say them to you, I know that there's a certain message that I have to relay to you that you could feel in your heart, you could grab hold of, and implement in your life, okay? So, but today I'm going to switch gears. I want to talk to you about the negative thoughts that I have, the self-defeating thoughts, the stuff that warriors don't have, the thoughts that warriors don't talk about, the thoughts that champions don't talk about having. Well, guess what? They all have them, but they don't let them manifest in their life. That's the difference. So the difference between a loser and a winner in life, or a champion and somebody that settles, we all have these negative thoughts and feelings, but winners don't allow them to manifest externally. They won't let it happen, okay? We're not impervious to negative thoughts. Nobody is. We're not impervious to doubts or fears. Nobody is. But the difference between someone who really wins in life and someone who gets their ass kicked is the winner doesn't let those thoughts manifest into their actions, into the words that they actually speak out loud. They don't let it manifest into their reality, okay? So literally just the other day, I was sitting there. I don't know what I was doing. I was at home, or I was driving with my wife and kids, and this thought struck me. And the thought was, damn, it'd be kind of cool just to be like a UPS driver and work a 9 to 5 and have an easy life. Like, this was the thought. And check this out. The higher you climb in life, the more goals you achieve, the more that the devil and that negative energy is going to try to hold you back, right? You hear people talk about the analogy of, or like, actually, it's probably a reality. When you throw a bunch of crabs into a bucket, and one of them starts trying to climb to the top, the rest pull them down. It's kind of the same thing. So your family, your friends, your environment, your own mind, the devil's negative energy, it's all going to try to pull you back. Something different, something profound's going on here. We can't see or touch, but it's taking place, right? Like anytime people try to do something really great for humanity or the world, like not a lot of people can reach that level. Why is that? Like, have you ever considered why is that? Why do so many people just settle? Because inside of all of us, there's this thing, this driving force. It's like this impetus, this energy, this mechanism that we all have as children, right? We all have this feeling inside of us that we want to do something really great, really big, really fucking special, right? But then we have this other side of us. It's almost like this inner fear, this insecurity, this doubt, or maybe it's just the same thing, but it's on the opposite end of the spectrum, and it's going to keep you stuck. It's going to hold you back. It's going to force you to settle. And that's like people who become lazy, they procrastinate, they make excuses. A lot of people now in our current times, they want instant gratification, pleasure now. I want results now. I want the food now. I want the money now. I want the sex now. I want the stuff now. So it's really messing people up because in order to create something special and great, it's a long fucking grind. It's a long grind in the dark, battling your own thoughts. Nobody understands you. Nobody knows what you're going through. And a lot of times in my life, I'm like hanging in the balance between being tortured internally and then just feeling so much bliss and gratitude. And I'm always striving to feel that bliss and gratitude. But there's moments where internally I'm tortured. I'm tortured with negative feelings, negative thoughts, just like this pressure, this stress that's compounding. I've done a really good job in my journey the last 12 years of tapping into gratitude. And that's the difference for me. So if I didn't have gratitude, if I couldn't look at my beautiful children and get tears in my eyes, if I couldn't look at my wife and thank God for bringing Jessica into my life, like I'd be fucked. If I couldn't wake up every day and just be like, thank you, God, for another chance to get up and move these legs, move this body, share this message with somebody. Like if I wasn't so tapped into that internal dialogue, I would have gone back to drugs and alcohol a long time ago. I'd probably be back in prison. I'd probably be dead, okay? That's how sadistic it gets internally. So what I'm sharing with you right now is just like an extraction of what was taking place in my mind the other day. And the thought was, man, it'd be cool to be a UPS driver and just have an easy life. Why was this appealing to me? Well, it's because my life's not easy. I have a lot of responsibilities from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. My mind is going. I'm solving problems. I'm helping people. I'm putting the piece together. I'm the orchestrator in my life, right? I'm the guy that's fucking doing all the stuff. Now, there's a lot of people that depend on me. There's a lot of people that I care about. And I have a really profound sense inside of me of service and to do something special in my lifetime to make an impact on this world. So I carry that around with me every single day. Now, the other thing is like mentally I get fatigued, physically I get fatigued, and there's days I just don't want to get up and do what I got to do. So there's all these things always taking place. Now, that thought the other day in that moment, you know, the idea of just having an easy life, an easy job, coming home, just eating the spaghetti and meatballs. Maybe my wife made some cornbread. Maybe I'll have the chocolate milk with Scarlett. Maybe on Sunday I'll just sleep in and not give a fuck about anything that day. You know, watch football, stay in my boxers, like just not work out. Maybe I'll drink a little bit. Like in that moment, how crazy is this? Despite all that I've gone through and all that I've overcome, that sounded appealing to me, right? And who knows, maybe this is the devil trying to get me off track. We don't know what's taking place, right? There's dimensions all around us. There's shit happening all around you that you can't see or touch, but you know that it's affecting how you feel internally. You know it's affecting your energy. You can't always put words to it, but you know it's there, right? And so in that moment, I almost laugh because I know that if I got to live that life one day, I might enjoy it. But on day 2, I might not enjoy it. On day 3, probably wouldn't enjoy it. If I lived that way for 3 decades and I was on my deathbed looking back on my life, I would have been tortured by the fact that I didn't try harder in life. I would have been tortured by the fact that I settled in life. I settled in my work, my career, my relationships, my health. And that would have been one of the worst feelings in the world because what's worse than not trying is not knowing who you could have become if you just became a savage maniac and pursued your goals with every fucking thing you have. If you just became obsessed over becoming the person that you wanted to see when you look in the mirror, somebody that you would love, somebody that you would respect, somebody that you would listen to, right? So it's like, guess what? I know what that feeling is like. I've lived it. And that's the difference between me and people who give up is I'm always connected to what's at stake. And I'm always looking in the future, asking myself, would I be proud of this decision in 5 years from now? Would I even remember this decision in 5 years from now? If not, then fuck it. It doesn't matter. Don't stress over it. But if I would be proud of this decision, do it. If I would regret it, never do it. And that's the way I live my life. This line right here on this table, I walk that line so precisely every day and I cannot deviate. Too many people depend on me, and I've put myself out there to the point where I have to be a symbol for so many people now, and it's only going to get bigger from here. The goals are only going to get bigger. The impact's only going to grow. The momentum is just massively swelling right now. So it's like in those moments, no matter how fatigued I am, no matter how tired I am, no matter how much I'm battling these internal thoughts, I know that I'm still going to show up and do the right thing. And that's the difference between me and 99% of the people in this world. I talk to guys every single day and they're like, man, I want to be this guy. I want to be more disciplined. I want to be a better man for my children. I just want to be this guy. And they can't fucking do it. They can't do it. You can't do it. You do it for a week, you do it for a month, you do it for 3 days, you do it for 3 hours, and then you make a fucking decision that in 5 years from now, if you look back on, you would massively regret. You'd hate yourself for it, but you keep doing it every single day. There's things that you're all doing every day that in 5, 10, 20, 50 years from now, if you look back on, you go, why did I spend my time in that moment doing that? I knew better. I didn't want to be that person, but I couldn't make the right decision. I didn't have the control. I didn't have the willpower. No, you didn't have the foresight. You didn't understand that you're going to have that feeling later on in life. You didn't understand that later on in life, you're going to look back and be pissed at yourself for wasting this time. So look I do that every day. I do that every day, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what crazy thoughts I'm having, crazy feelings, crazy energy, I still do the right thing. I do the right thing so that at night when I go to bed, I can feel proud of who I am. And I know, damn, dude, you're being the man that you were intended to be on this earth. Like this lifetime that I get right here, I'm all in on it. I'm living out my purpose. I'm going to make an impact and I'm going to change as many lives as possible. So you guys, the difference between winners and losers in life is not their thoughts. We're not impervious to doubt and fear. We're not somebody that just has it easy or we figured some shit out where our brains work differently. We just figured out that if we don't do the work that's going to make us proud, we're going to regret it. And we made a decision that we were never going to do that to ourselves because we love ourselves and we want to be the best. Remember when you were a kid and you wanted to be the best? On the court, shooting that last minute shot, counting down, right? Playing video games with your friends, wrestling with your friends, whatever you were doing, I know you wanted to be the best. And then at some point, you talked yourself out of being the best and you lied to yourself and you sided with that other version of yourself. You became lazier, you procrastinated more, you made excuses a lot, and you warped your mentality to believe in that shit. And that's why most people don't have what they want in life. So I'm never going to be that guy. I'm here to let you know that I'm still going to have negative thoughts at times, doubts, fears. There's days where I feel ungrateful and I'm looking around going, I have everything I ever wanted. Why am I feeling this way? Guess what? That's the negative energy of our world trying to pull me off track. I fucking blow right through that. I fight through that. I show up. I give more effort that day. I try harder. I care more. And I force myself to be the man that I know I'm supposed to be. That's what winners do. So you guys got to take this message, take it to heart, apply it to your life. And I promise you, man, if you can do this, if you could pull this off, you'll live the most spectacular life you could ever fathom. You will live a life so beautiful that you will look back and go, God damn, I'm so grateful I changed my life. I love you guys. Let's fucking go. Look, you guys, I'm on a mission to change the world, but I can't do it by myself. I need you to step up and lead by example. And I need you to subscribe and share this podcast episode with everybody that you know that needs to be inspired to level up in their lives. Like I said, I'm on a mission to change the world, but I can't do it alone. I need you. Let's do it together.